On February 20th, 2021, the Pokemon Go universe was thrust into the Kanto region for an exclusive 12-hour celebration, a nostalgic nod to the region in which it all began. This event featured the release of all the remaining Kanto shiny forms, the availability of all the Kanto legendaries and raids, and a whole bunch of other goodness that we'll get to throughout the course of this video. So to capitalize on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, I recruited my right-hand Pokemon trainer, and we set out on an adventure of epic proportions, and that is what you're about to watch. One thing I want to mention is that this video wasn't supposed to have any post-commentary. I originally planned to just present it as a vlog, and I'll explain why that is a bit further on. Also, this video features some drone footage and sped up dashcam footage, so if you're sensitive to that kind of stuff or it makes you dizzy, I'd say proceed with caution. But without further ado, let's head over to Pallet Town. Okay, so it is currently 8:59. We are waiting for this wondrous Cantu event to start. I'd say that few events in Earth's 4.5 billion year history have held the significance that this event carries. So it's a very special moment for us indeed, which is why we have come to this children's park deep in the southern suburbs of Chicago to hunt down all the released Kanto shiny Pokemon. Okay, here we go. So this is the Kanto event ticket. This ticket will automatically activate once we pick an event version. So I'm going to go with the red version as it contains a lot of the shinies that I don't have yet, such as Hitmonlee and I think Ponyta, Kabuto, and a few others. I have a lot of the green ones, so without further ado, I'm gonna choose that, lock it in, and here we go. We got some special research. We gotta defeat all challengers. This ends in 12 hours. Now, in the words of a wise professor, your very own Pokemon legend is about to unfold. A world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon awaits. Let's go. Straight out of the mouth of Professor Oak.
Looks like a Final Fantasy character.
Alright, we got confetti. Confetti on the screen signifies good things.
Yeah.
Okay, now it looks as though the event might have started. Alright, let's get back in here, do this Farfetch raid, and then head off into the
next part?
The future tundras.
Sure.
Yeah, what's looking like our next location. And here we have the Pokemon of the hour, Farfetch'd, our first raid of the day. All we have to use is a nice free pass, don't have to spend real Fed coin on it, no legal tender, heading towards this Farfetch'd.
Low risk, high reward situation.
Okay, and Farfetch'd was caught.
Very nice.
Check out that boy. I think that's my first Cantonian Farfetch'd. Very good IVs too. So we quickly wiped out our first location of any remote signs of life, put our phones down, and headed over to the next habitat of interest. It was a cold and turbulent day, no doubt about that, but it wasn't going to stop us from living up to our fullest potential as people with way too much time on their hands. And slowly but surely, our perseverance was to pay off as the shinies began to roll in. We got a shiny Growlithe right here.
Oh!
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's go ahead and capture you, my friend.
Is this a fellow trainer here?
Looks like it could be. Give him
Let's
the old
see.
Pokemon nod.
She didn't look like she had a pokey. Oh, what? Hockey rink?
We got an egg hatch.
Ooh.
Drum roll. And it is Whalmer.
Oh, how did he fit in there?
Hey, and it is a shiny Bulbasaur. And a shiny Pikachu.
Oh my god.
I also needed a shiny non-costume Pikachu, so this is perfect.
What's this costume?
The two shiny Pikachu I have, one is wearing a Lucario hat, and the other is wearing, it's wearing this very nice winter outfit. So we have been invited to this Mewtwo Raid. Mewtwo pops out in a glorious burst of confetti. We have 7 trainers ready to take it on and bring it down. The 2 shiny legendary Pokemon that I'm looking for here are Mewtwo and Articuno. We have a shiny Zapdos and a shiny Moltres. So only 2 of the Cantonian legendary shinies remain. And in stunning fashion, the Distortion Pokemon Giratina with her squad of 6 homies took down Mewtwo. And what's it gonna be? Alright, nice normal Mewtwo to start off the day, non-weather boosted. I also don't know the max CP for this, so we're just gonna try to catch it the old-fashioned way. Let me see what that says. Hey, we got a critical capture on the Mewtwo. Moving forward, our challenge progress.
Come to my raid. It's gonna be so fun.
And it's a normal Mewtwo, which is still great. We should be entering a new town in the next 2 minutes. It's either Pewter or Viridian or Cerulean. But we have captured the Mewtwo successfully. Beautiful. AKA blended up Pokemon parts. Look at that beautiful Ekans.
Ooh, what? In a true Ekans color.
Thank you. Oh, that is a beautiful looking Ekans. I won't evolve it right away, but soon.
Man.
Alright, we got the mushroom Pokemon coming out. I think we have entered Pewter City. I'm seeing more Diglett. I'm going to be seeing some Onix here.
Nice. You can check the music to confirm.
We have a Tangela here, looking good. And we hit the road again. With spirits high, we whistled our way to Pewter City. All in all, I'd say our forage in Palatown was quite successful. Non-costume Bulbasaur, non-costume Pikachu, and Ekans were all new shinies for myself, and this pleased me, I guess. We took a pit stop here in the suburban Viridian Forest so I could take a picture of a Charmander to make a Snorlax appear. Snorlax was probably my most sought after shiny if I'm being honest, but yeah, it wasn't gonna come easy. Finding little luck in the Viridian Forest, we headed north where we were ambushed by the villainous Team Rocket. They brought out their most diced of soldiers and their heaviest of hitters, but they overlooked one crucial element. Swampert just goes splash. Yeah, it was actually unfair just how well Swampert matched up in this particular battle. Hydro Cannon after Hydro Cannon, Swampert proved just why he has surpassed the rank of Alpha starters and sits alone atop his Sigma throne. Upon defeating Cliff, we received our Quillfish egg, stole his Aerodactyl, and headed back into the unforgiving wilderness. Not a picosecond was wasted, not a moment was unutilized, as we continued our relentless pursuit of the elusive shiny Pokemon. And right as we were getting into the groove of things, we were interrupted by the following exposition from Professor Willow. Professor Willow, what do you have to say? How's your journey going, the 5th grade? Oh, found a partner Pokemon to join you, eh? Wonderful work. In the Kanto region, trainers are often presented with 3 options when it comes to their first partner Pokemon. The first is Bulbasaur, the seed Pokemon. Number 001 in the Pokedex. This grass-type Pokemon has a plant seed on its back right from the day it's born. Another option is Charmander, the lizard Pokemon. It's a fire-type Pokemon and it has a flame on its tail that shows the strength of its life force. Last, but certainly not least, is Squirtle, the tiny turtle Pokemon. After birth, this water-type Pokemon back swells and hardens into a shell. Each of these Pokemon have their strengths and weaknesses, so be sure to study up. For now, though, it's time to get back to your adventure. I'd like you to spend some time with your buddy. The relationship between the trainer and their Pokemon is of utmost importance. How about going on a walk together? I always enjoy exploring with my buddy. My buddy is in the passenger seat. We are most definitely walking and not driving. And that is a wonderful blue Voltorb.
Let's go.
Perfect.
Damn. It's the Great Ball.
And
Voltorb.
caught. I was pretty pumped about the shiny Voltorb. I think it's one of the simplest and cleanest looking shiny Pokemon. And with that, it was time to head to Viridian City. Now, this is the part where I explain why I couldn't bring the original vision of this video to life, and why you're getting this documentary style retrospection instead. Basically, I was playing the game and capturing the gameplay on my main phone, and I was recording the actual vlog content on a used iPhone 7 that I bought from my local game store, and I had never used it to record videos up to that point, so unbeknownst to me, its microphone just doesn't work. And unfortunately, I had to find that out once the day was over and I was going through all the footage, so a lot of the true essence of our adventure was lost, just over an hour of storytelling and laughs that'll remain only as fleeting memories between the two of us. And not only that, to make matters worse, I fell victim to yet another loss of data. I'd say objectively the worst loss of information in the history of humankind, second only to maybe G. Jones losing all of his project files and stems. But I was capturing the gameplay footage of the segment we're watching right now, and for some reason or another, it just didn't save at all. So I'll just have to fill in the blanks and recap what went down. So what we're looking at right now is the Cerulean Cape Frolf course, and this was the location of a Kangaskhan raid because I think Kangaskhan's commonly frequent this gazebo in the wintertime in order to hibernate. And I didn't need Kangaskhan for my Pokedex, however I was in the market for one with better IVs, and we were given 9 free in-person raid passes throughout the event, so there was no reason not to go in there and give her a shot. We proceeded to awaken the Kangaskhan from its slumber by provoking its baby, and as we were armed with the firepower of 24 Machamp Fists, they stood no chance against our ambush. Once we had reduced the Kangaskhan to a fine pulp, it was deemed weak enough to capture, and to our pleasant surprise, it ended up being shiny. And not only was it shiny, but it was a 93% IV shiny at that. Nice. So for those that don't know, Kangaskhan is a Pokemon that is traditionally only found in Australia. The regional Pokemon were made available in raids for this 12-hour event only, so I was very stoked to add it to my shiny decks after only the first raid. I'd say we took that as a win and journeyed back to the car. We stopped to observe the beautiful wildlife around us, of course. Mike's keen eye noticed a shiny Spearow in a tree, though it was a bit out of our reach, so we had to leave it alone. And then we regrouped back at the car and headed to our next destination. On our way there, we made a few stops that I don't have footage for, so I'm not going to show, but we managed to find 3 shinies, another Growlithe, another Ekans, and a Shelder, and that was a shiny that I've been looking for since its release, so that was awesome. Now, if you want to find the best of the shiny Pokemon, you have to be willing to do what no Pokemon trainer has done before. So we went a bit off the beaten path, making sure to stay out of the sights of the forest narcs patrolling the area, until we settled at this grove near Fuchsia City's outskirts. And pretty much immediately we were greeted by a shiny Squirtle, which was the last of the Kanto shiny starters that I was looking for. Yeah, I know, up until this day I only had shiny Charmander from its second community day, and a Bulbasaur with the hat. No matter how hard I tried, I could never find a shiny Bulbasaur or Squirtle at full odds. And so once the Squirtle was caught, we began yet another trek into the Kanto tundra. Our main objective was to hunt Mewtwo, which our scouts told us was resting deep within this frozen forest, and despite the treacherous weather conditions, the Pokemon were still plentiful, flocking from seemingly all areas for just the slim chance to be recognized by Kanto's most renowned trainers. I don't know, there was Pokemon, you get the picture. But anyway, we hopped into the Mewtwo Raid, got help from our fellow trainers out west, and took it down with ease. Unfortunately, our raid shiny luck for the moment had all been allocated towards the Kangaskhan, so we were left with just a regular Mewtwo. And with our mission complete, it was time to say goodbye to the area and head towards the location we thought would give us the best chance of finding a shiny Snorlax: IKEA. As we raced through Fuchsia, there was one lone splinter in both of our minds just driving us mad, and that was the shiny Snorlax. We stopped at every Snorlax raid we could find, and at one point we thought that we had fallen into another one of Team Rocket's traps, but it ended up just being a friendly encounter between fellow Pokemon trainers.
You looking for the shiny Mew?
Hey, he can use some friends. You guys wanna? Do you have room for a friend?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Sure. Did you catch anything good today?
He did. He caught a Kangaskhan for the first time.
What? Okay.
Nice,
And he caught a
nice.
Mewtwo for the first time today.
Ah,
Let's
nice.
go.
All right.
We're moving up the ranks.
How many 4-year-olds have a Pokédex of 500?
All right.
I would say you're in the top percentage of 4-year-olds.
Right? Because their dad's terrible and let you play video games. All right, thanks, guys.
Sounds good. Yeah, no, nice
thank
to
you.
meet other people doing the same thing.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it's good
See
meeting
ya.
you. Good luck on your adventure, buddy. After making allies with Fuchsia's 2 best trainers, we returned to our journey, and up until this day I had thought that IKEA was a well-kept shiny hunter secret, you know, like the Krabby Patty secret formula of the Pokemon world, so what we witnessed was quite unexpected. Alright,
damn.
so our scouts in hot air balloons have let us know that there have been Snorlax appearing at this IKEA. Apparently, Snorlax is attracted by balls of meat, so we have come to consume those and use ourselves as bait for the Snorlax.
It's really a simple process. We just, order probably 4, maybe 500 meatballs, grind them all up into a nice solid paste, and cover our bodies in this paste. And then we're just gonna sit around in the IKEA cafe and wait for the Snorlax to appear to us. It's kind of like the honey method of Pokemon Platinum, but in a more Renaissance style. Damn. Okay, it's like the grand opening here. We got the Battle Frontier.
Apparently, word of our grand plan had got out, so we had to quickly improvise on the spot and look for other shiny hotspots. By the way, what you're seeing on screen is shinies that we caught at various times in the following hour. We made sure not to play as we drove unless it was a very secluded parking lot, and I'd say we got pretty lucky in the Fuchsia leg of our adventure because we found another shiny Growlithe and Ekans, as well as 2 new shinies, Ponyta and Tangela, which are also, in my opinion, 2 of the coolest Kanto shiny forms. We stopped at Fuchsia Safari Zone in order to pick up supplies and bait, and just to check out what Pokemon they had to offer, and it's highly likely that this Safari Zone was actually an illegal money laundering operation for Team Rocket, as some very questionable items were on sale, like the Grumpig ears you just saw, the shiny Raticates held in captivity, as well as some unrecognizable aquatic Pokemon that were potentially from some unexplored regions. It was at this point that we realized that our arduous exploration had depleted us of nutrients, so we made our way to the greatest restaurant in all of Kanto, Chipotle, and we just took this opportunity to relax, stretch our legs, and feast on some responsibly raised kosher Pokemon meat. What, you didn't think all your transfer Pokemon were going just for research, did you? The aromas of our burritos attracted a nearby shiny Eevee, which I was actually very happy about since I've only had one shiny Eevee in Pokemon Go, and I accidentally evolved it into a Vaporeon. Yeah, I pretty much missed out on all the best community days back in the day, but we considered our stop a success and prepared for the grind that was to come. Victory Road was next, and this was going to be the most treacherous area of all, accessible to only the most worthy of people that had nothing better to do on a Saturday afternoon. We sped through Cycling Road, which over the past 25 years had been converted into a sort of Cantonian autobahn, and made our way to the badge inspection that was the final obstacle between us and the nearby Pokemon.
What about the shiny Dragonite?
Green.
Oh! What?
Control yourself there, buddy.
Sorry. Green Dragonite, though?
Green Dragonite. It's like
I'm looking that up.
It's like shiny Eevee in the snow, baby.
Again? Nice.
Another shiny Eevee in the books. I'm telling you, the shiny Eevees just couldn't get enough of us numbnuts, and we were just getting warmed up. This is by far the most dense place we visited in terms of Pokestops and spawns, so we were definitely going to take advantage, and we were just launching curveballs at blistering speeds, one after another, just Buddy the Elf and those bad boys, and finally, our efforts were rewarded.
I wish I had the hustle.
And that is
What?
my favorite fighting type Pokemon, Hitmonlee.
The leg man.
And I should not have used a Pinette Berry. Yes.
Why do you say the Pinette Berry would make you not catch it?
Pinette Berries increase the amount of candy you get, and Golden Raspberries make it easier to catch. There's the 1, 2, and a 3.
No,
Shiny Charmander, just like that.
There's a little Lapras monster.
And another
around,
shiny Charmander, man.
No way, man.
Yes way, man. Would you like a black Charizard, man?
What? Seriously? Is that what it is?
Yes, sir.
Damn, man.
We just found a shiny Porygon. You can't be tired.
Oh, is it a shiny Porygon?
It is a shiny Porygon.
Ooh.
Yes.
I'm so glad they started doing the shinies.
Right. And finally, it was time to abandon the comfort and warmth of our car and head out into Victory Road itself. There's really not much I have to say about this part, honestly. We pretty much just walked around in over a foot of snow and goofed off. I don't think I even caught another shiny until we made it almost back to the car again, so I'm just gonna let the footage here speak for itself, and hopefully some of our hooliganism gets conveyed. So just a short 2:15 update for those watching back at home. I have work at 4 o'clock. Our day is slowly dwindling. Our cameras are unfortunately losing charge, so we gotta head back over to our vehicle to charge our cellular devices. I'll probably play a little bit after work and see if we can get any recording done then. But if not, it has been a wonderful day. The shiny odds were most definitely increased. Spawns were good. No complaints from me. Still another 7 hours to go.
AB. We did it! All 3 shiny starters from Gen 1 are ours to do what we wish. What do you say? We put them all up, put them all in a cage, and make them fight for shiny supremacy, shiny superiority. Amazing. So if you go to the Tenacious Gamer YouTube channel, you can illegally download the fight and place your bid for the winning Pokemon. My money's on Squirtle, but the odds will be released on our secret gambling Twitch that some of you might know about. It's a subscriber feature, and yeah. So all the work is not for nothing.
All for monetary gain.
All for monetary gain.
That's all we do this for.
There's no pleasure being had here. This is all for profits. We're talking with some ivory dealers from the West African plains, and we think we might have a good bartering exchange going with them. So we're gonna see exactly how things shape up for us. But yeah, good deals are in the works. So again, thanks for being here to support us with our shiny Pokemon poaching, and we'll be sure to get back to you guys with all the updates that we need. Oh, what do we got here? It's a plaque, some kind of an ancient stone tablet. Yes.
Is that the Rosetta Stone?
This is, yeah, I can't read this shit. I only know how to read unknown language, so I don't know what this says, but...
But wait, there's more. Unfortunately, like I said, I had work at 4, so Mike and I split, and I headed off to provide for myself. Now, despite the fact that I was at work, I was still able to play in my downtime, and since I didn't have to worry about all the different recording devices and driving from place to place, I actually managed to catch a lot of shinies, and I figured I'd just show them in a quick montage. A couple of repeats here and there, as well as some community day shinies, but for the most part, I was thrilled with the ones I got, especially the Dratini, since that's also one of those awesome community days that I missed back in the day. And then once I got home, I just started going ham on the remote raids. I started with Articuno since I hadn't done a single Articuno raid all day, and I'll just let you see what happened. Boom! A beautiful shiny Articuno to complete the shiny Kanto legendary bird trio. I don't normally like to pick favorites when it comes to Pokemon, but it's no secret that Articuno is my favorite of the 3, so I was stoked to get it so easily before the day even came to an end. And its IVs were decent. I don't really know what niche Articuno fills, but its IVs favored its bulk, so I wasn't gonna complain. And that raid marked the end of the actual Kanto tour. The following week was still gonna have Kanto spawns and the legendaries appearing in raids, but no more of the extra bells and whistles. And immediately the following morning, full odds in the comfort of my own room, a full odds shiny Hitmonlee appeared. I think out of the release shinies, this was the one I wanted most, and I was able to get 3 in the span of 24 hours, so that was also pretty sweet. Plus full odds shinies are just a little extra special, you know? But here it is in all its glory. Oh yeah, address the fans, Hitmonlee. Yeah, make sure to get the back. Yeah, show them all what they want to see. And I think most people would consider this unlucky, but my Kanto week had a nice classic ring to it. The only 3 full odds shinies that I found aside from Hitmonlee just happened to be the 3 Kanto starters, and I'm personally not upset since those always retain their value in lucky trades at the very least. And I didn't get to this earlier, but of course Shiny Ditto was available to everyone in research, so I just had to include it here. I personally took my time with the research, just waiting to finish it until there were no other Pokemon Go obligations weighing me down, because I personally think that the most optimal use of time during the Kanto tour was simply shiny hunting. You certainly didn't see me wasting my time with those trainer battles. And with Ditto nicely added to the shiny decks, it was time to begin the final challenge. Just like the greatest explorer of all time, Shrek, I was on a quest. And that quest was to find a shiny Mewtwo. I figured that it would be the perfect way to wrap up the Cantu event since it was the last remaining Cantu legendary that I had yet to find shiny, so I wanted it to be like the cherry on top. And boy, did I have no idea what I was getting myself into. For some reason, everything up until this point was child's play, and I guess the RNG spirits just decided that they were going to play hard to get with Mewtwo because not only was the shiny not popping up, I know, the audacity, but we were getting served the most garbage IVs too, and that's partially why I decided to leave all the encounters on screen so you can just see all of my pain and suffering firsthand. But after quite some time, I was finally thrown the most minuscule of bones, a 98% weather boosted Mewtwo. All of my Mewtwo encounters had been a breeze up until this point, but of course, for some reason, just for some reason, this particular Mewtwo, of all other Mewtwo's, just wasn't being receptive to a single one of these beautiful, excellent throws. And then, right at the end when I had pretty much given up, it jumped and nearly invalidated my last throw, and I guess it just gave up or let itself get caught out of pity, but we got it. Yeah, look at that beautiful British Mewtwo. Yeah, this is my best Mewtwo in terms of IVs, so I'm gonna let it have its moment. But even with this Mewtwo secured, I wasn't gonna rest on my laurels. It was immediately time to get back to the grind. And overall, this quest was nothing too crazy in terms of total encounters. I believe at this point I was in the mid-40s for total Mewtwo encounters, and I've had friends go 60, 70 raids without finding a particular shiny legendary. But regardless, we were definitely getting served the short end of the RNG stick for sure. Just raid after raid with no luck, and as the week progressed I was getting invited to fewer Mewtwo raids, so I was on my last crumb of hope. And then, this raid happened. Finally, after 56 total encounters, Shrek himself appeared. Yeah, I had to do the AR trick just to see those sparkles again, but even in obtaining the shiny Mewtwo, the RNG gods had one final sick joke up their sleeve. I want to turn your attention to the CP on this Mewtwo, and if you don't get it, I'll make it perfectly clear. Out of 216 IV combinations, this is the second worst Mewtwo you can get. Second or third, depending on how you look at it. So yeah, the worst Mewtwo we encountered all week just happened to be the shiny. But hey, a shiny Mewtwo is a shiny Mewtwo, and though I usually like to keep the shiny legendaries I've obtained, this one is for sure going to be lucky swapped with someone, and then we're really going to be swamping it up. And that was supposed to be the end of the video right there, but there's just two more things that I want to show you because they're a testament to the wave-like nature of RNG. First of all, once the Canto event was over, I got this lovely shiny Snover. Pretty cool. Also, that kind of rhymed. But this, right here, a shiny Landorus on my first raid after the Mewtwo grind, and a weather boosted one too. You see, RNG is an enigma of sorts. Sometimes I find that it's very evenly dispersed among the statistical rates it's given, and then at other times it just works in clumps, and that's exactly what happened here. I was pretty much just getting rewarded for doing those 50 plus raids with no shiny. But here is shiny Landorus in all of its glory. Yeah, just go ahead and flex on us. You deserve it. But that wasn't all. Oh no. Later that fateful day, I was taken to number 2, as I sometimes do, when the homies out west invited me to another Landorus raid. It was only my second Landorus raid I had ever done, and bam, another shiny. My luck had finally come full circle, and I took it as a sign from beyond that it was time to put down my serotonin dispenser for a few days and call it there. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up my Kanto tour and more little documentary. I'll have a clip displaying all of the shinies that I managed to catch up on screen as we wrap this up. And on top of everything, I also managed to catch a perfect Coughing and Diglett during the Kanto tour itself. But that would never make it into a video anyway, since I don't check IVs as I go when I'm playing. I also want to thank Mike again for joining me on that adventure. There's very few friends of mine that would be down to spend their Saturday morning trekking through a foot of snow and memeing as we play Pokemon Go, so I am very grateful to have had him help out with that, and just in general with all the other stuff he's joined us here for. And finally, I want to know how this event went for you. I know it's been nearly a month since this all went down, but I'm still curious. Did you pay for the event, or did you play for free? Did you catch the shinies you wanted? Did you spend all your time battling the trainers instead of shiny checking? Or are you someone that doesn't even play Pokemon Go and is just completely lost in the web of YouTube and actually made it to the end of this video for some reason? Whatever it may be, I want to know, so let me know down below, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching.